wherever you are joining from. We appreciate you and we welcome you to this amazing program. Please like and share to our platform. Share to family so that we can preach this gospel. I welcome everyone that has connected. And those who are still on their way coming. Everyone will be able to be connected. Wherever you are joining from, if you are joining us from Facebook or you're joining from YouTube, I welcome you to this very quick broadcast. We have resumed evening broadcast on YouTube and Facebook. So please try to inform others. What you have to do for us is to try as much as possible to invite someone. Once you come in, you share the program. Once you come in, you share. It is very important. You know that we are facing a lot of challenges today on the social media. The social media is not friendly with us, not because we are being violent or committing any crime, but I can't just understand for one reason or the other. In this particular platform that I'm managing, this is a platform that is under the Biafra Republic of in Exile. This platform is under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Oputo of Biafra land. In this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. In this very platform, we do not come here to preach hate. In this platform, we don't come here to attack people. We do not come in this platform to fight against any race or any religion. What we do in this platform is to speak the truth to the whole world. What we do here is to tell the world the true situation of things in Biafra land, debunk every lie they are telling against us, because there are so many lies that have been told against the Biafran people. And people tend to believe those lies to be true. So we have no choice than to come on, because when you allow lie to foster for a very long time, people will begin to take it as the truth. That is why we have taken it upon ourselves to come online every blessed day, twice a day, to speak the truth to the world. That is what we do here. We come here to encourage Biafrans to continue to pursue their legitimate right. Legitimate right that is supported by law, supported by international law, supported by African general law, supported by Nigerian law itself. The right to self-determination, the right to self-defense, and the right to life. These are all we do on this platform. And if you are genuinely seeking for freedom, it does not matter your religion, it doesn't matter your race, it doesn't matter your location. We are here for you. You are going to enjoy your stay. But if you are one of those who have volunteered him or herself as an instrument of oppression against the innocent, you are not going to enjoy your stay here. If you have volunteered yourself as an agent against the Biafran people, you can't enjoy your stay. There's no way you can enjoy your stay. All we do on daily basis is to speak the truth and nothing but the truth. There are so many lies that have been told against the Biafrans, against our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, against our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And we can't allow those lies to fly. That is why we come online on a daily basis to debunk these lies. Which one am I going to mention? You and I know that the conventional media is not with us. International media is not with us. Broadcast on your own platform. We circulate the broadcast individually by our own self to make people get the information. Each time we come online, they try to hold down our viewers. They don't allow people to get notifications. Sometimes people are being kicked out from our program. These are challenges we face because the enemy that we are up against, they have all the money. They have all the connections. They can buy anybody buyable. They can bribe anybody bribable. But what do we have? What we have is Chukwu Okike Abiam, the gods of our land, and the zeal inside us. That is what we have. Because of this, we don't give up. And with the zeal in us and the grace of Chukwu Okike Abiam with us, even without the money, we are making waves. There are success everywhere. Look at the left, you see success. Look at the right, you see success. Every angle you look at in this very restoration of Biafra, there is success. You can't, there is no way, except you are an enemy. The only person that will look at the restoration of the independent state of Biafra under the Biafra Republic of Exile and the command of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, anybody that will look at it and say there is no progress is an enemy, is a hater. But if you are sincere to yourself, you can see humongous progress that has been made with little or nothing, because we are standing on the truth. That truth they don't want to hear. That is what we are speaking. Remember the word of our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say, I will take down the zoo with the microphone and the truth. With the truth, only the truth. That is the weapon of warfare. And today, it is because of the truth that we are failing. That is why they are restless. That is why they are running helter-skelter. That is why they are committing crime, genocide against Biafrans. But in the midst of it all, we are more than conquerors. In the midst of it all, we are more than conquerors. Never give up. It does not matter what you hear. It doesn't matter what you see. Do not give up. We must remain consistent in the pursuit of our freedom. As long as we are consistent, freedom is sure. I am more than sure that freedom is going to come. The only thing every Biafran must bear in his or her mind is that freedom doesn't come cheap. There are prices to pay. There are prices to pay in the freedom, and you must be ready to pay the price. Sometimes you can pay with your life. Sometimes it becomes you pay the ultimate price. And if you know that your freedom you are pursuing does not worth the ultimate price, that means you are not ready. You are not yet ready. If you are not ready to lay down your life for your freedom, you're not ready. Our fathers of the old laid an example. Our great-great-grandparents who were taken away by force to the United States to go and serve as slaves, they were transported all the way from Biafran land to the United States to go and serve as slaves. We read in history, the places still there where people go and visit, they said no, they will not be a slave. Instead of them to be a slave, they rather go through the spirit and go back home. And they hold their hands together and walked into the sea and drowned. And their spirit returned home. That is how important freedom is to the Biafran people. We don't stay down. We don't stay down. We don't force ourselves on people. We work hard to be on top. We work hard to achieve what we want to achieve. We don't stay down to become beggars and slaves. No. We work hard to attain to the level we want to attain. And that is why we are hated in the contraption called Nigeria. That is why Ahmadu Bello hated us with us. He said that we don't stay down. That even when they take us and put us in the labor camp, from the labor camp, we will emerge as a hero. That is the only crime we have committed, that we have refused to stay down as slaves. This is the only reason Ahmadu Bello could give why he has continued to preach hate against the Biafrans. Go and watch the interview again that was granted to him by a British journalist. He said it in black and white. He didn't miss word. If you watch that interview, I have watched that interview over and over again. Ahmadu Bello never mentioned any crime that the Biafrans committed against him. He doesn't have anything against the Biafran. That is not, he will not say that we came to their land to take over their land. He didn't say we come to steal from them. He didn't say that we were fighting them. His only complaint is that we don't stay down, that we are too educated, we are on top. And if something is not done, that their people cannot catch up with us. So what are they going to do? What they will do is to devise a means to keep us down. And that strategy of Ahmed Bello is what is still happening today. They planned a strategy with the British to keep the southeastern part of Nigeria down, to keep Biafra land down. That is why you will go to the southeast, the old southeastern region. There is no president of the federal government anywhere. The fowl that lay the golden egg, yet that fowl is dying out of hunger. What a shame. The fowl that laid the golden egg, dying out of hunger. In the whole of Biafra land, there is no oil company that has a headquarters in Biafra land. This is the place where they get the wealth of the country. The place where the wealth of the country is coming from. Yet, there is no, you cannot find anyone anywhere. There is no single headquarters of oil company in Biafran territory. And you think that is normal. It is not normal. And for you to know that they know what they were doing. I could remember during the time of the late Muhammad Buhari, which is vice president, when the late Muhammad Buhari was dying in the hospital, the vice president then, what is that his name? The vice president then gave an order that every oil company should go back to Biafra land and establish their head office. And which is the right thing to do. But when the late Muhammad Buhari come back, he turned everything upside down to show that they have a laid down role and method they are playing. And if you don't go through that line, you will not find yourself anywhere. Today, you see where we are today. You see what is happening in the Biafra today. As you are watching this video, as you speak, that is how they are now going against Biafra on different forms. What crime have we committed? We said we want to be on our own. And we did not just wake up to decide to be on our own. It is because of the inhuman treatment against the Biafrans. That is why the Biafran people do no longer want to be part of this very criminal gang. We no longer want to be part of this entity called Nigeria. A company, how can an individual be used as a company, as goods? How can human being be exploited as goods? And yes, nobody cares. Biafran people know whom they are. We know who we are. We know our what. And that is why we cannot stay down and allow people to take us for a ride. We can't stay down. That is the crime we have committed. But I thank Chukwu that today we are in the era where the Biafrans have found their voice. Today, it is not just writing petition. It is not just protesting. It is not just talking. We are walking. We have taken our fate in our own hand to get out of this very zoological republic and be whom we are supposed to be. Who created us have given us that opportunity to make our choice and be who we are supposed to be. So wherever you are as a Biafran, you must continue to pay attention to do what you're supposed to do. Do not allow anybody to take your position. Do not allow anybody to cow you into believing something that you know that is not obtainable. Today, you see what is happening in Luzowani. Injustice against one is injustice against all. Do not relax because it has not gotten to your own village. Don't wait until it gets to your village before you stop talking. As we speak, you see what Mba is doing in Enugu State. You see what Mba is doing in Enugu State. Somebody who is not qualified, who was not chosen by the people, never chosen. entered the post fraudulently, the same way they plant people everywhere. And today, Mba is taking the land of Biafra to give to Fulanis by force. And you see these people, these morons, in the northern part of Nigeria, from their own map that they drew, they have the largest landmass. The north has the largest. In fact, there are empty land in the north. If you have not been to the north, you won't understand. If you have not been to the north, you will not understand. There are empty land in the north, unoccupied. I have been to the northern part of Nigeria. I have traveled in the bushes of northern part of Nigeria. I used the train to move all the way from Umuahia to Bauchi State. You are going to see empty land, unoccupied, villages where places they call village, you go there, you see only 5-6 houses. Empty land, and yet these people will leave that area and they are coming to seek for land in the tiny place where they have pushed us to. And yet somebody who claimed to be a governor will be paying attention. What do you think that person is made of? These people have concocted a lot of evil. To this end, they try as much as possible to divide the Southeast, divide and divide it. They divide. Today, you see them talking about, when they mention Southeast, they reduce Southeast to only 5 states. When we know that 5 Southeast is South today and the Southeast, they are the 2 places, and Lower Benue and Lower Kogi. This is the original Southeast that have been there. They tear it into pieces. And even after they have torn it into pieces, they are not yet satisfied. They are still coming into that 5 states to come and seek for land. And somebody who called himself a governor, people who call themselves lawmakers, cannot even argue. They are acting dumb, as if they don't know what is happening. Look at what is happening in Uzo today. The Fulanis will come, go to the farm and attack our people in Uzo. While they run away from the farm to go home, the military will go to the home and bomb their houses, sending them packing in from the entire area. This just happened recently. It just happened. And the governor will not issue any statement whatsoever. The governor will not issue any statement. And then, when the Liberation Army appear to do their job, you ask, why are they doing what they are doing? When the Liberation Army take action, you ask, why are they doing what they are doing? Now you understand why the world are watching. If you do not save yourself, nobody is going to save you. If you do not stand up for yourself, nobody anywhere is going to stand up for you. You must have to take your own fate into your own hands. It is very clear that the Nigerian government do not have any plan for you. It is very clear that there is no plan anywhere for you. The plan they had is for themselves and themselves alone. You are not in the project of Nigeria. That is why you see them today. Everybody in that country, every indigenous person that is sincere to himself, know that the place where Nigeria has insecurity is in the northern part of Nigeria. That's where you have insecurity. If there are any places where you will see Nigerian military, it should be in the northern part of Nigeria. But what do we see? You don't find them in the northern part of Nigeria. Where you see them is in Biafran territory. What are you doing in Biafran territory? They have intentionally, right from the time of late Muhammad Buhari, they have intentionally created insecurity in Biafra land in order to push in the military. They started from forming their unknown government. They formed unknown government. When they formed the unknown government to the DSS, people who were caught, some unknown government who were shot, the ID card of the DSS were found in their pockets. Every single thing we are saying, it is not a made-up story. We are not telling it for us to get pity from anybody, because we've crossed that stage. We are not saying it to dent anybody's image. We have crossed that stage. These are facts. The evidence are still there. On several occasions, we are police, DSS, we are pointed out, acting as unknown gunmen, just to tarnish the image of the Biafran people. When they did that and they were busted, what did they do? They came down and began to form different kinds of security outfit. In the northern part of Nigeria, they have only the Hizbah in the north. In the southwest, they have only the Amotekun guiding them. But in the Biafra land, they use the governors to form, every governor have their own squad. Look at what Soludo is doing in Anambra State. Soludo, of all people. Do you remember when our Prime Minister was warning us about Soludo? During the election of Soludo, do you remember? We were campaigning. I was campaigning until the last day. My videos are still there. I was campaigning against it. Nobody, our promise I gave the instruction, nobody should vote for Soludo. There will be no election. We were talking no election. This IPOB Nigeria you are seeing today, they were the ones who went underground and they were campaigning for Soludo. Even when Mazen Nandekano gave that order himself before he was kidnapped. Our Supreme Mazen Nandekano personally gave the order that there will be no more election in Biafran territory. But what do you see? These people turn around and they began to campaign. They begin to campaign for Soludo. In fact, they were in the forefront of the campaign. They said Biafra should go and make their choice. Today, you see what Soludo is doing in another state. When he came with his sweet mouth, he said Soludo solution. That he has come with a solution, that he will turn to Anambra State to Japan. You see how Soludo is destroying the life of the youth with his security outfit. You see how Soludo is destroying the life of these youths, young ones, the vibrant young ones who can stand up if anything happens. Soludo is decimating them and destroying them. When we were crying that you should not vote him, some of you thought it was a joke. You went ahead and voted him. Today, how far? Even the infrastructure he boasted he would do this. What infrastructure has Soludo put in place since he entered? What has he done? What has Soludo done since he entered there? He first of all started by imposing tax on Biafrans. He started by imposing tax, different kinds of tax on people. When he imposed tax, and he saw that the tax was not working, he entered into that direction. The security outfit is formed. How many times have you heard that Soludo security outfit caught the kidnappers, Fulani kidnappers? They don't look towards the Fulani kidnappers. Anytime they showcase a kidnapper, it must be a Biafra. Anytime Soludo security showcase a kidnapper, it must be a Biafran. But judging from the testimony of people who has been kidnapped, there are numerous testimonies you can see online and offline, even in their conventional media. People testify about those who kidnapped them. They were Fulanis. They speak Fulanis. But among all that Soludo and his group have been arrested, how many Fulani do you find among them? Look at Peter Mba. Peter Mba, from the onset, was not qualified to be the post. What did he do? He went and sold the Biafrans for governorship. He went and reached agreement with the zoo, with the caliphate, that he will do everything to secure land for them if they make him a governor. Today they made him a governor, and he has nothing to do for Enugu State except to make sure that Ruga is established. That is why, as we speak, he is burning houses in Ozowan. The military themselves, where do you find such? Which law in Nigeria gave the military the power to go and destroy the homes of unarmed civilians, destroy their house, even if they are criminals. What you have to do is to arrest, take the court. Their own law says that a man is presumed innocent until he is found guilty. A suspect is presumed innocent until the person is found guilty. That is what the law says. But what do they do in Nigeria? They go in, destroy properties of people, burn their houses. After their headsmen has been repelled, each time the headsmen are coming, they will first of all come and clear road for them. We have seen in several occasions in that contraction where the military went in to take away the local arms of the citizens. Immediately they take away the local arms, then the kidnappers will strike. They have done it several times in Benue State. Benue State bled and bled and bled until they lost tears. Even as we speak, Benue State is still bleeding. They don't know who to complain to. And today they have a governor who is loyal to the Fulanis. So they can nobody can hear their voice again. When Samuel Oto was there, he did everything he can to protect his people, and they didn't like him. Even they boasted that we are going to take the life of a governor. Nothing was done. Fulani is openly, yet Allah challenged him and said they're going to take his life. They didn't even challenge it, they tried it to assassinate him. None of them was arrested. Instead, they were celebrated and given contracts and given security guards. And this is the country you want to be part of. Well, I thank Chukwu Okikabia that he has given us men with a heart of steel. Chukwu Okikabia have given us the men with heart of steel to rescue Biafra. Somebody like our Supreme Damazen Nandeka. Our Supreme Damazen Nandeka, in the territory of the enemy, in their face, he told them to their face. Just like he told late Muhammad Buhari that you can't jail me in your court. In 2015, he told late Muhammad, you cannot jail me. And up to this moment, they dare not. He has defeated them in their court. With their own judges, he defeated them. And they have refused to release him because of their bargain with the British and all whatnot. How will anybody convince a genuine Biafran to think that Nigeria is for him? On what basis is any Biafran going to try to convince himself that somehow you can be able to prosper and flourish in Nigeria? On what basis? On what basis are you going to convince a Biafran that Nigeria will benefit him? What crime have we committed? What have we done wrong? The Biafrans has been when you talk about one Nigeria, the only people who have been holding the so-called one Nigeria is the Biafran people. These are the only people who go into all parts of Nigeria freely to create development. They are the only people who, even with all the hatred and rejection, with massive hatred and rejection, they are still making exploits, developing places. It is only among the Biafra that you see people who will go to a strange land, build castle, employ people, educate people, do anything, behave as if they are home. It is only the Biafran that call everywhere home in that contraction. But with all this magnanimity, they are not appreciated. They are the most hated. Ask people, what has Biafra done for you? They have made life so miserable for the Biafra that today, our youths find it difficult today to engage in something legal. Nigeria have structured southeastern part of Nigeria, Biafra land, to structure the minds of our youth to believe that they cannot succeed doing anything right. This is the damage Nigeria is doing to the youths in Biafra land. A place where they have made life unbearable. They have made the youth to believe that education does not pay. They make the youth to believe that you cannot live a straight life and succeed. Our young men, educated people who are brainy, they go to school and come back, there's no job. Some of them very intelligent, but no admission. No admission for them. Everything is made very tight. The other time, our prime minister shared the cutoff mark in the north, comparing the cutoff marks in Nigeria. The cutoff mark of admission in the colleges of education, in the higher institution, federal higher institution, federal colleges. When you look at the cutoff mark, you shed tears. While somebody in the southeastern part of Nigeria will be struggling and fighting for 240 mark to get admission, somebody in Sokoto is looking for 60, only 60 mark to get admission in federal university or federal college of education. While a child in the southern part of Nigeria, southeast to be precise, will be struggling to score 240, 250 to be able to get an admission. Somebody in the northern part of Nigeria is told to get 50, 60. Just get anything and you get admission. And the most disturbing one is the quota system. A system that we always keep an allocation for the north. Whether educated or not, whether they read or they don't, they just push them. That is their place, they occupy it. A quota system that makes an illiterate to rule over an intelligent person. And people see it as okay. It is the quota system that made somebody who does not have a certificate became a president in Nigeria. While professors are the ones rigging the election for him. All thanks to quota system. The level of education in Nigeria has been destroyed and brought so low in order for the Northerners to catch up. The same project of Ahmadu Bello. What made Ahmadu Bello to hate the Biafrans? When the British journalists interviewed him, he was claiming that the Biafrans have taken over all the jobs in their area. That if you leave them, that their people will not see a work to do. Biafran did not take that job by force. They did not fight for that job. They did not tell your people not to go to school. Biafrans got those jobs and top positions because they were educated. The Southerners, people from the South, they were educated. That is why they occupied top positions then. It was not by quota system. Whatever the Biafrans achieved during that time was not by quotas, it was a level playing field for everybody. Which is how growth is found in a nation. Oh, sorry, Nigeria is not a nation. If Nigeria were to be a nation, growth is going to be based on a level playing field. Place it on a level playing field. Whatever you get is your point. If you want to be whatever you pursue it and get it, let there be no favoritism. There is not supposed to be something called Igbo president, Hausa president, Yoruba president. This is not supposed to be mentioned anywhere. What you are supposed to be hearing is the president of Nigeria, if Nigeria were to be a nation, but it is not. It is not. Every election, what you'll be hearing that will be making the news is Igbo president, Hausa president, Fulani president, Yoruba president, Efik president. You can't hear of Nigerian president because Nigeria is not a country. If Nigeria were to be a nation, you are going to be seeing people campaigning based on what they can offer to their nation. But what you see in Nigeria is about my region, my section. It is my turn. It is my turn. And look at where their turn has brought them to. Today, their turn has brought them to where they left before. Remember the time of late Muhammad Buhari? After late Muhammad Buhari died, they began to run the affairs of the country with hearsay. Presidency said. They started running the country with the picture. They ran the country with the picture, which for many years, they were running the country with pictures. After they run the country with pictures, presidency, they began to use different kind of terms until they found somebody, a replacement, a look-alike. Until they cloned somebody who came to run that 8 years until they completed. Today, it is the turn of the Southwest, the criminals in the Southwest. It is the turn of the criminals in the Southwest today, and they are passing through the same road. Today, Tinubu, the drug mogul that they made a president, is in coma. He's finished. They smuggled him into Nigeria as we speak. He has been smuggled in, almost like in a body bag. And they are pretending that he's still there, looting and stealing and preparing maybe to bring another clone person. Why they are reaching agreement with the North, as always. The same scenario is playing out again, exactly the same thing without any change. And yet, those who call themselves intelligent people are watching. None of them is speaking. They are going about their businesses. The idiots and clowns in the southeastern part of Nigeria, Biafra land, are focused on dealing with their own people and stealing. Every one of them, it is about them. None of them has the people in mind. There is no single patriotic person. Once you met in Nigeria, nothing like patriotism. Nigeria has nothing like patriotism. Nobody is patriotic to Nigeria. Nobody is patriotic. If you are handling any office in the name of Nigeria, you are a criminal. You are a thief, and there is nothing, no two ways about it. It doesn't matter how righteous you think you are. It doesn't matter whether you are a man, you are a pastor, or you're a reverend, and you are serving in any office as serving the Nigerian government in any office, you are a criminal. You are just doing the same thing others are doing until your own turn. And some of you that are waiting, queuing up, talking one Nigeria, you're just waiting for your own turn to steal. You are waiting for your own turn to steal. And it will never get better. If you think it's going to get better, I pity you. You don't know what you're doing. It is going to get worse. It is going to get worse. If they have told you that a president will come, a government will come that will be worse than late Muhammad Buhari, will you believe it? If a prophet had come to prophesy that the next government coming will be worse than Muhammad Buhari, will you believe it? You won't believe it. But of course, those of us, the Biafrans, who are following the event, we know that Nigeria will always nosedive. It will only get worse. It can never get better. It does not matter who you put in charge, it will get worse. The program has been made that way. That is how the zoo was made to be. The zoo was made in such a way that it will continue to nosedive. You can't climb. There's nothing. If you are one of those who is thinking of how to make things work, forget it. You're not going to find your place. And once you force yourself to get into that seat, you will be worse than others. There's no genuine and intelligent person that will go and struggle to be the president of the Zoological Republic. Nobody. No sensible person that has conscience will go and contest for the presidency of Nigeria. Because number one, you are going to destroy your image, you are going to destroy the future of your own children, and you are going to create a destructive image that will never leave you, and Chukwu Okeke will never even forgive you for making an attempt to go there. This is for others, let alone a Biafra going to contest. You are mad, you are sick. You are sick. But I thank Chukwu Okeke that today, we have gotten a man with a heart of steel, a man who knows what the Biafrans want. Let them continue to rant. I see some of them ranting on their platform and talking rubbish. That idiot that called himself the one that smoked weed. After smoking weed, you want to come and illustrate what governance is. You want to come and tell us how freedom is being fought. Your father fought for freedom, as you claim, and he died like a chicken. You, what are you doing? The same thing your father did, only talk and talk and talk and talk, no effort was made. What did he achieve? He achieved nothing. It was only noise making throughout his generation. He made that noise and made it. Let's assume he's creating awareness. And you now in your tenure, you still want to do the same thing and die in it. And your own son will come and still be facing the same persecution. Your own son will still go the same way you've gone. Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not ashamed of yourself? You are giving an example of people who fought and died in it. They fought and died in it. You don't give example of those who ran away, came back and fought and won. You never give example of people who fought from distance and they won the battle. You don't talk about that. You never talk about people who stepped aside and later they came back and fought. You don't talk about that. You were giving instances of people who fought and died in it. And you were talking about following in. He said anything that he doesn't want to shed blood. He doesn't want the blood of anybody to shed. That the tiniest means of peace, you see, he will take that route of peace. When you slapped a policeman, that route you took, was it that route of peace? When you slapped an innocent policeman, that slap, was it the route of peace that you took? A policeman on duty, doing what your government told him to do. You humiliated him because you are Mr. Know-all. What do you have to offer? What is your plan? When the Prime Minister of Biafra, said, your dad died like a chicken, it is true. It is true. He only sang and sang and sang and sang and sang. At the end of the day, it ended that way. Did he make any change? No change was made. No single change was done. No vengeance, nothing was recovered. Today, the country that he left is worse than it was when he was around. The country that he left is worse than it was during his own time. And now in your own generation, you are still doing the same thing he did that did not work. The same thing he did and died in it that didn't work, you are still doing it. No change of method, nothing. You don't learn anything. People who don't learn. And you have the God to open your mouth and speak to the Biafra Republic of Exile. You have the gun to come and mention our Prime Minister. You should be ashamed of yourself. Our Prime Minister only reminded you your responsibility. Our Prime Minister only reminded you what you are supposed to know. What he did wasn't insulting you. He only gave you a wake-up call, and you got angry because you people are Mr. Know-all. Even when you know nothing, your brain is empty. Your brain is empty. In your presence, Biafra is going to come, and you are going to swallow your word. You are going to swallow your word. This is 2024. The declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra is going to happen. It does not matter who the hell you think you are. We are focused. The restoration of Biafra in this generation is like nothing, it's like something you have never seen before. You have never ever seen it before. In this era of, you have never ever seen it before. When we were calling for self-referendum, some of you called it a joke. You were laughing, right? When we were talking about self-referendum, they say, come back home. Why don't you come and do it on the ground? Why are you doing it online? Idiots, senseless people. They say, why are you not coming online? Why are you doing it online? Why are you doing the self-referendum online? Why don't you come home? Why would you be telling people to vote online? Why not come on the ground and do it? Thinking they are talking to empty brain like themselves. These same people who were condemning self-referendum that started online, they are the people who still go to online to take survey of United Nations to make argument. They use the survey of United Nations to make case. The United Nations conduct survey. The EU conduct survey. Countries conduct survey in the area electronically. And they put it in practice. to do whatever they want to do, either development or voting. Electronic voting have started long ago. The world have gone past all this manual issue, and they are not waiting for you. It is left for you to catch up with them. In the case of Biafra, we will not only catch up with them, we catch up with them and overtake them. That's what we do. When that self-referendum started, people called it a bluff. Today, you want to see us on the ground. Today, the self-referendum, we have entered almost the second phase. The last stage of the second phase today, we are on the ground. The last phase of the second stage, before we enter the last stage of the fourth stage, the referendum is on the ground. You have seen video. Millions of voters' cards have been printed on the ground, and Biafrans are going to vote. Now, what do you have to say? You will probably say, oh, the video is a detailed video, a doctored video, right? Just wait. Every Biafra that is watching me, prepare yourself. 29th, 30th, and 31st is sit at home. And that the Biafrans are going to be at their home and cast their vote. The votes are going to be circulated. The card is being circulated. You have seen the printing of the card. Millions of cards in Biafra land on the ground. Are you not satisfied? You wanted boot on the ground. You've seen boot on the ground. The same way you saw that very card appear, that is how Biafra will appear before you. The same way you saw that voter's card, that it started in Finland. The voting started in Finland. Its result will be called. As it started in Finland, today is in Biafra land, all of a sudden. That is the same way. Biafra will be declared in Latin, Finland. And the next minute, you will find out the government is already on the ground. Biafrans are not dumb. We are not dumb. The end of this month, the fourth stage is going to conclude. And Biafrans are there. Today, everybody is entitled to vote. As long as you're up to 18 years and above, there is no excuse you can give as a Biafran to vote. Up to the extent of you can vote with phone call, only phone call. The numbers are there. I share the numbers on my platform. If you go to the platform of our Prime Minister, you see the numbers. All you need to do is to call a number. Give the information required, and then your vote will be casted for you. On the ground, you can use the card. Just fill the card, click yes, and submit your card. Still yet, people who can vote online are voting online. And at the end of the day, you come and tell me, that out of more than 20 million people that their votes are going to be calculated, that you want to hold them down because of 5 billion that participated in your shenanigan election that you conducted. Even though we know that you influenced the number of people who participated in that election are not anywhere near 5 million. But you said 5 million. We give it to you. After the referendum result is being called, then you will understand that the Biafran people are ready. The whole world is seeing what is happening. They are following. The world is following. And remember the word of our Prime Minister, October is key. We are going to be seeing recognition. The Biafra, the whole community is going to be winning recognition. Biafra is going to be winning recognition very soon. Before the declaration of the restoration of the independence of the state of Biafra. So many homework has been done. So many homework have been done diplomatically. Diplomatic moves are going on every blessed day. The members of the cabinet are not sleeping. Our Prime Minister is not sleeping. He's working round the clock. Our Prime Minister is working 24/7 round the clock. Some of you don't know what he's going through. For you and for me. Every one of us is supposed to be praying for Master Simon Ekpa, and pray hard. If you know how to pray that nothing happens to him. Because Master Simon Ekpa doesn't have a second. They are not two. That is how Biafra is. Purify certain people and keep them for this assignment. When we got Mazin Nandekano, it was only him. They were not two. When Mazin Nandekano completed his evangelism, he gave us a man that will restore Biafra. They are not two, only him. That is why when he speaks, when Mazin Samuel speaks, the same spirit of Mazin Nandekano with authority, whatever he says happens. When he tells you, I will do this, just it is done already. When Mazin Samuel will say, I will do this, it is done. That is why I have always told people on my platform, whenever Mazin Samuel speaks on the issue of Biafra, don't take it for a joke. Whatever he says on the issue of Biafra, even when he's smiling and joking, you do not take it as a joke. Be serious. Be serious. Because whatever he says will definitely come to pass. Whatever he says will definitely go to pass. Chukwu have shown us the way. It is left for us to follow that path and get into the promised land. Nothing is holding us today. It is you that is holding yourself. Wherever you are as a Biafran, what you have to do today is to look towards the direction and follow every single instruction. Chukwu has planned things the way it should be. Obey simple instruction, for obedience is better than sacrifice. When he says move, move. When he says stay, stay. Sit at home, do this, do it. No need to argue. Because the man in charge has been proven qualified. It's not a guesswork. Our prime master is extra qualified for the job. For these 3 years, you have seen him. He has not been found wanted anywhere. And every strategy he has brought forward, just the way he said it. The beauty of it all is that he doesn't do it in secret. He will tell you, I will do this. And he will go ahead and show you how he's going to do it. And he will do it. When Mazin Simon Ekpa told us that, I know when Biafra will come, some of us doubted. People thought it was just an entertainment. More especially those in IPOB Nigeria, they called it entertainment. That he was just bluffing. In your presence, he gave a date. Today, we are marching towards that date. And when you see the scenario surrounding the whole event, you will understand that it is not just a joke. The three faces of the struggle are active, working extraordinary, 247. You come to the armed struggle, the Liberation Army are decimating the enemies on daily basis, neutralizing them, the terrorists in uniform and off uniform. The Liberation Army are neutralizing them like no man business. You come to on diplomatic level, diplomatic mission is going on everywhere. Diplomatic discussions are going on. Liaison offices are continuing to open across the world. Not just opening the liaison office, every single one of them have tendered letter of recognition wherever they are domiciled. Wherever the liaison offices are domiciled, they tender letter of recognition, showing you that nothing is done on the ground, which nothing is done illegal. You will follow legal procedures in everything that we do. Do you think that the Biafra Republic is illegal, and then governments of the world will allow the establishment, government will be entertaining them and receiving letters from them? Can't you think? Can't you use your brain for once? Those of you who are looking down on Biafra government, Biafra Republic in exile, do you think that it is illegal? Then the liaison offices will go up to the External Affairs Ministries and submit letters, and they will be received. Letters accepted. Even response are coming. You don't know what is coming. You don't know what is coming. Politically, you have seen our self-referendum, the endorsement of Biafran people. That self-referendum is endorsement. Biafrans are endorsing the Biafra Republic of Exile. Biafrans are giving Mazi Simon Ekpa the power of attorney to go there and declare. Biafrans are coming out, giving their consent for the declaration of Biafra December 2nd. That is what you see on that referendum you are seeing. Mazin Gani can talk about it. how he's going to get the consent of Biafran people. You can't declare Biafra without the consent of the Biafran people. You must get their consent. Now you understand where the self-referendum is working. That is the political aspect. The self-referendum, the endorsement of Biafran people for the establishment of Biafra. You know, one of the common accusations is always, oh, we are not consulted. No, you are not consulted. This one will say we are not consulted. Today, consultation is going on. And let me tell you, consultation is to the grassroots. It is not to all these pot bellies. Not to one or two people who go and pose and stay in office, serving this one, and they think you're not. Who is going to consult what? Consultation is to the people who own the land, the people, not a certain individuals who pose themselves, who nobody knows. They will come and claim consultation. Who is going to consult you? Today, the Fulani herdsmen is destroying lives in Nigeria. Are you standing for your people? How many of the lawmakers have been able to secure their own region? How many lawmakers in Nigeria has been able to secure their own village? So many of them don't go home. So many of the lawmakers, they don't step home. All of them live in Abuja, including governors. Many of them cannot stay in their states. They have not secured themselves, let alone securing you. So when you see the endorsement, the self-referendum is to the grassroots, getting the endorsement from the grassroots. And when the numbers begin to pour out, when the result is called in Finland, Atlantic, during our convention, the whole world will marvel. And we will have no choice than to declare the restoration of the independent state of Biafra. And after the declaration, it will be defended to the core. It will be defended, and that is why you must have to start preparing yourself. Start preparing yourself. Continue to support financially in the fundraising. That is key. No organization is sponsoring Biafra. No government is sponsoring Biafra. The sponsorship of Biafra is coming from Biafran people themselves, you and I. We sponsor our own freedom, and we will continue to do so until we are free. So the time is now. The responsibility is going to increase after the declaration. Today, when you look at the Liberation Army, you smile. You hear about their victory, you smile. All thanks to what you have been doing. When you hear that armor tanks were brought down, when you hear about the anti-aircraft missile that was fired and the jet got punctured, when you are hearing all those news, it is because of your money, your contribution. That is why it is effective. It's because of your little contribution. And in this era, even our enemy, they marvel. They don't know. They ask themselves, how does Master Simon manage to get this equipment? They can't understand it. They're asking themselves, how did he manage to get the equipment to secure? How did he manage to fund the Liberation Army? That's the question they can't answer. But this man is genuine. Because during their own time, even when they had access to money, more than what man Samika, you can't compare. You can't compare the money they squandered with what Master Simon is working with today. You can't compare the two. But with all that money, they used it to sponsor themselves, share it among themselves, engage in one business or the other. And at the end of the day, they allow Biafrans to suffer. And they thought that in the era of Master Simon it would be the same. Today is a different ball game. Today, you don't need to ask for anybody to do an account for you. All you need to do is to look up and you will see where your money is going. So every Biafran that is watching me today, I urge you in the name of Chukwuka, please and please make your contribution. Support the Liberation Army the best way you can. And Chukwuka will continue to be with you, prosper you, and guide you. I appreciate everyone that has participated on this program. We have spent 1 hour on this program. I thank you for being part of this program. I am going to be back again tomorrow morning. If you have time, join me on the morning broadcast. If you don't have time on the morning broadcast, you join me in the evening broadcast. I'm going to see you again tomorrow. Morning hours, Biafran time, I will be around. 2 times in the day I broadcast, morning and evening. So you can join in the morning or you can join in the evening. Please, like and share. Very, very important. Share so that we can get to as many people as possible, because the social media is not our friend. Let us be strong on this radical evangelism so that we can reach to as many people as possible. I appreciate every one of you that has been with me from the beginning of this message up to the end. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect every one of you. Whether you are watching from Facebook or you are watching from the YouTube, I appreciate everyone that has connected. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect all of us. We shall be victorious. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our Liberation Army, guide and protect the resistance fighters, guide and protect the Black Marine, guide and protect our strike force. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect the de facto government in the homeland, guide and protect every member of the cabinet of Biafra Republic of Exile. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every one of us. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect all our media warriors that are speaking on different platforms. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect them and their families. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Oputo Obie of Biafra land, and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. We pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will be with him, guide him, protect him, secure him, give him more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to continue to pilot this affair of Biafrans until we get home safe. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. I pray for our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, wherever he is. I pray for healing. I pray for strength. I pray for revelation. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will continue to bear him in his hands, cover him, and protect him. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. Thank you so much for being part of this program. No weapon formed or fashioned against us as Biafran shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister Mazi Simon shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi shall prosper. Thank you so much for being part of the program. I'm going to be back again tomorrow by special grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama. We have more to say and continue to preach until we land in our own home. Thank you and stay safe. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity, and equity. We move airborne